Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Alright, like I told you, I was going to try to post a video every week. So this week I did get a lot of new subscribers and I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to recap some of the gnomes that I've shown in the past and then two new ones that I made this week. A lot of people asked me if I made these patterns, and I actually got a book off of Amazon. And a lot of these Halloween ones are directly out of the book. And then I started with the Christmas ones, kind of just making my own. But the basis for the pattern I got from a book on Amazon for making gnomes. And this was the little candy corn gnome. That was the first one I made. Then you got the witch one with the ripples. I don't know if you could see it where it creases up the hat. That was a new stitch that I learned how to do when I did this one. And then this one is my favorite one for Halloween, the little witch with the little curly hair. Then I had this one with the really long hat. And I did alter this one on the body a little bit. I did it opposite stitch than this one. I had the other side facing out. And I have just little green like notches on it to match the beard of the gnome. So fold that down, get the full effect. And that's pretty tall. If you see compared to my arm, the hat's huge. And those are the ones that I had so far for Halloween. I'm working on some Thanksgiving ones right now. But I did make some Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. And here was the little snowman that I showed you. This was actually one of the patterns out of the book. And this was one that I did, my own pattern, with him holding a snowball with his little mittens. And then this little guy with the little overalls. And you see how they're crossed in the back. That was my pattern. Alright, and then the two new gnomes I want to show you in a second. But I had done an Addie, a couple of Addie videos, and I was trying to make a blanket, and I showed you the cast on, the cast off, and I was going to show you how to stitch the tubes together. Well, we had a lot of bad storms, and I was not actually out in my shop, and I was stuck in the house, and I actually got it all sewn together, and I didn't get any of it on video, but I am working on another one, and I will make a video to show you how to attach those, but let me show you the blanket that I made. These were the tubes that I was working on, and you can see how that has a really nice shine. The colors are really nice, and it's fairly wide. Let's see, I'll hold it in my right hand and then in my left hand so you can see it's really nice and wide. And then if I stand up, it goes over my head and it touches the ground. So it made a really nice blanket. And as you can see, I mean, you can't even tell how it seamed together. And like I said, I will show you how I did that, but it's super soft. I've crocheted a lot of blankets, and they're a lot thicker, like sturdier feeling, but the knit from the Addie machine, it just seems to make it really super soft. So I'm probably going to attempt more blankets using my Addie machine because I really like that. All right, on to what we've been waiting for, the two new gnomes. Now these are kind of half based a little bit on a patterns out of that one of the books from Amazon on gnomes, but then I changed them up. Like I did Mrs. Claus hair different, Santa's hair different, Mrs. Claus apron, I have her holding a candy cane and all that. So let me show you her. There she is. I changed the way the bun was done. I didn't really like in the pattern the way that it looked. And this came out much better. And I put a little Christmas, she's got a little Christmas tie, little bow in her hair. She's holding a candy cane. And her little apron, I did little holly stitches on there. You can see that. So, yep, that's my Mrs. Claus holding a candy cane, working in the kitchen. Her gray hair. So that's my Mrs. Claus. And then this is Santa. And I actually got some, I think they call it eyelash yarn, because I wanted something different for Santa's beard to make it look more like hair. So it was my first time working with that yarn. So, are you ready? Here is Santa Claus. I love the way that yarn looks like real hair, like a beard. So there he is. He's got his belt buckle. You can see his coat goes up there. And that is really, really super soft. So I had the new for this week, the Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I think they came out really cute. And like I said, the new ones that I'm working on, I'm not doing any patterns straight out of the book anymore. I'm just kind of trying to invent my own now that I have the basics of how they're done. And I'm going to show you one more thing about this one that's different than the other ones, because his hat comes off. And look, is that not the cutest thing? He's got a little bit of the hair on top of his head. So that's the first one that I made where the hat comes off, which gives me ideas for many, many other things. But those were the new ones that I had so far for this week. And like I said, I'm going to try. I wanted to have 3 for this week, but with all the detail that I'm doing on them, it's kind of a lot to try to get 3 of them done in a week. Plus I'm messing with the Addy machine, and I'm doing an American flag blanket that I'm trying to work on also. So I'm going to try to have 2 more gnomes brand new for you on next week's video. And those ones, I'm probably going to try to have a couple of ones for Thanksgiving. But I am working on another Christmas one right now, a Christmas elf. So I'm going to see if I can get that one done also. But definitely I'm going to try to get 2 Thanksgiving, since now I have quite a few for Halloween and some for Christmas, and get a variety of them for you to see. So I hope you'd enjoy seeing these new gnomes, and I look forward to showing you a couple more next week. Happy crocheting!